Hey guys, Kristen Sharp here, and I'm excited to talk to you today about different types of groups that you can run in order to build some volume, which is what we are teaching you all. Of course, you all know about challenge groups and challenge packs, and I think that the challenge pack is still such an amazing deal for our customers, and that's usually what I try to help people get set up with. But it is important to realize that it may not be the perfect fit for every single person that you're talking to, and to not rule people out just because they're not ready to do a challenge pack with you, or they're not ready to do 30 days of Shakeology with you right now. And so we have to be open-minded and listen to the person and their needs, and not feel like we're going to have to push them into a certain way of doing it, or we're not going to help them. So I'm going to give you guys some different challenge group activities that you can start hopefully applying, and I would love for you to share any ideas that have helped you in the past. Maybe you've run a special type of challenge group that generated some PV, or at least helped you build some new relationships with people you could start talking to. So let's talk about, first of all, the challenge group. I like to have a theme for my challenge group every single month. It really helps me know how to post leading up to my challenge group invite. For example, I think about what my niche audience is going through at the moment, and I am going to post about that. I'm going to talk to that audience. So when school was starting in September, October timeframe, people are very busy with kids going back to school. They've got after school activities. They're struggling finding time to feed their kids healthy meals. They are getting back into a routine after summer and all the vacations. So I talk about that on social media. That is called jabbing. You've probably heard of jab, 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 hook. And so the hook is when we actually do the call to action posts. And so you need to sprinkle little hints in your social media to gain interest from your followers. And you don't want to just do that one or two times. You want to jab like 2 to 3 times a week for a couple of weeks, and then you put your hook up. And the hook is your call to action, and you may do more than one call to action post. So I may do 2 or 3 of those. So don't think that if you just put up one call to action post and it doesn't work, that you failed. You may just need to try it again. Maybe you need to play with it and do a different time of day, a different photo, change up the wording a little bit, but don't be afraid to put that out there a few times. And then there is the uppercut. The uppercut is your follow-up, and this is very important that you are first paying attention to who is commenting and who is liking your posts, that you are following up and reaching out to them and saying, hey, thank you for following my fitness posts. I really appreciate the encouragement and the support. It means a lot to me. Have you ever considered doing what I do? Making sure you're checking back in with them and seeing if this is truly something they are interested in joining you with. Another thing you can do is run free groups. I run free groups every single month. I have for a very long time, because I really think that it is a great place for me to build connections, build new relationships, meet new people, add value for free, which people love free, but it gives me a way to do that and build that trust before asking them to purchase something. Plus, I can build some interest up for some of the products that I'm using, such as Energize. I'll put that in my workout pictures and talk about my magic lemonade. I'll talk about my snack this afternoon was Daily Sunshine, or I'll show my kids drinking Daily Sunshine. So you can share just various products that you use in your free groups, and it doesn't have to all be, you don't want to overdo it with constantly talking about products and then feel like you're just trying to sell them, but talk about other things you use, like your favorite yoga mat or your favorite type of workout shoes. Anything like that is free value you can give to them is helpful. So free groups, you could do them on clean eating. You could do water challenges. You could do an ab challenge, a booty challenge. You could do a clean out your pantry challenge. It could be anything. It doesn't even have to be fitness related. It could be about something completely different, but it is a great way to build connections. So let's talk about breaking down, the PV for an all access on-demand membership versus the challenge pack membership with all access on demand. Again, I still love presenting the All Access Challenge Pack because it's such a great deal. It gets them some Shakeology at a super discounted price. So it's hard for me to sometimes understand why they wouldn't want it, but that's okay. Sometimes they just don't. And so the $99 All Access without Shakeology, just the All Access On Demand membership, you are getting a $40 commission off of that. That is pretty amazing. That's 40%. It's higher than what we usually get, and you're getting 38 PV. So if you can't get somebody on Shakeology that first month, but they do the All Access On Demand, that's still really good. And so if you were to sell 13 All Access On Demand memberships, you would earn $520 in commission that month. That's not bad. I mean, that's a lot of people, but that's pretty good commission that you could be aiming for. The All Access Challenge Pack is $160, and we get a $50 commission off of that. It is better for the customer because they're saving a lot of money, and we get 150 PV from it. But if you're trying to get to the 500 PV, you only need 3 people a month to get to that 500 PV with the All Access On Demand Challenge Pack, but it's $150 commission. You see what I'm saying there? So, you need less people with the All Access On Demand Challenge Pack to get to 500 PV than you do with All Access On Demand by itself. That just being said, that there's different ways you can get your PV. There's different ways you can get commission rolling in. So while Success Club is still a goal of mine, I aim to reach every single month. It is not the only way of generating volume and not the only way of earning income in this business. There's other products out there as well. Something else you can be talking about is Daily Sunshine. It is a great product. Now, I will say that not many people I know are willing to spend $130 on something that's a shake for their kids, especially without having tried it first. Because if their kids are picky eaters, which many are, they're going to be worried that their kid's not going to like this shake and they've wasted their money, which I totally get. So I will, something you could do is run a group asking people to test it out for you. So here's an example of an invite. Hey girl, I wanted to ask if your kids have tried the Daily Sunshine yet. It's a new nutritional drink that you just shake up with water. It's gluten-free, no artificial flavors or anything, and it will help fill the gaps in our kids' nutritions. Wondering if your kids would be willing to test this out for me, or test this out for me, based on their ages. Like how long is it going to keep them full and which flavors they're going to like best. So just asking people to try it for you first. And this is also something you can invite some of your coaches to do with you. You may have coaches on your team who have gone inactive or they're just there for the discount, and you can invite them to do this with you as well, and it gets them trying the products. And so the Daily Sunshine Test Sampler Pack is only 15 PV, so you would need 33 people to get to 500 PV, but you combine things, right? You get some from the Daily Sunshine samplers, you get some from the Shakeology samplers, some from All Access. There's different ways to gather it all up, but that's another option you could do. I put up a post the other day asking people, put a GIF below explaining your kids' eating habits, and so many of them were showing like, yuck, this is disgusting. It was just hilarious watching all the different ways they were saying their kids are with food. And so I can now go and reach out to all those people who commented and talk to them about trying this Daily Sunshine test group with me. And it's a great way to build some connections, get some PV, get some people interested in what we are doing. Some other things you can do is to build relationships is create special interest groups for different things that you're excited about. Think about things that you might look for on Pinterest. That's the type of group you could either create or join. For example, you could do one on pets. You could do one on mom groups or gardening or anxiety groups. Anything like that you're interested in. I am in some mom of girls groups because I have 4 girls. And so it's a great place for me to engage. I'll ask a question in the group, and then those who respond, I'll respond back to and private message them and thank them. and then build a relationship from there and send them a friend request. Also, if you create a group, you could create a free group that has nothing to do with Beachbody, nothing to do with fitness, but would give you a place to engage with people who have a similar interest and passion as you. And it's just another way to generate more relationships. And we want to attract people who are like us. So if you're not sure what kind of groups to look for or what you would create, again, think about what you would search for on Pinterest, and that would give you a good baseline as where to start. All right, the other thing you can do, VIP customer groups. This is for people who have bought a challenge pack from you in the past or done Shakeology with you in the past, and maybe they're not now, but you want to keep in touch with them. You could create a VIP customer group where you roll all of your people into that have ever worked with you, and it doesn't have to take a whole lot of your time. Just post once a day in there, share recipes here and there with them. It's not a place that they get most of your attention or any private messaging from to hold them accountable necessarily, but it is a place for you to continue showing up in their life. I would invite those people from my VIP customer group into my other challenge groups where we are more focused on using Shakeology and following a fitness program together. Again, you can share things like your Energize that you're using and the Daily Sunshine just to keep in touch with them and gain more interest in our products. So that's what I have for you guys today. I would like for you to comment under this video, what is a special interest group that you are a part of, or maybe you have started, or have you run a free challenge before that just really worked for you, whether it had to do with fitness or not. Share what you've done, and if you haven't done something yet, what are you going to do next to start building some more relationships, start building some more interest for the different products that we have? What is your next course of action after listening to this video that you are going to start applying?